Hey guys, welcome back to another ride. Now we are heading back home from the office. Let's go. Just waiting for the FSD icon to pop up, and here we go. A little bit of uncertainty there to start. Great left turn here. Did have a little bit of problem with it when I went out to lunch. I didn't record the video, but it was a little hesitant on that turn. What's going on here? Is it going on the highway? Oh boy. I don't want to go on the highway. This guy. Let's go. There we go. Now we're talking. Whew. Luckily I was able to change the map without having to disengage. It's always a little nerve-wracking, like messing around with the map while the car's driving. It's got to be done. There's a few more cars coming from the left there. That's why we're waiting for so long. We do have somebody stacking up behind us. This guy's turning, so we should go. Yeah, very good. All right. Fantastic. 39 and a 40. Today for lunch, I went out with a buddy of mine from work to grab some food, and he did a full self-driving. He's driven a Tesla before, and he's been in a Tesla before. His buddy has a Model S, but he's never experienced the FSD portion of it. So we went out for lunch today, and I took him on a quick drive. He was very impressed. He was surprised how far it has progressed since last time he saw it work. It was just like autopilot on a Model S that just did like lane keeping, but now it's like a full-fledged autonomous driving system that takes you from A to B, and we had 0 interventions, so I only had to take over to park the car. So he thought it was super cool, and one of the things he said to me is that he's very excited for the time when there will no longer need to be any car ownership, because you'll just be able to call a Robo taxi anywhere and go anywhere you want to go. And I thought it was interesting that somebody who's, not emerged in the Tesla world would have that quick response to this autonomy software. So that was awesome. It's nice to meet like-minded people who kind of see the bigger picture of the future for the driving out there once autopilot kicks in. Oh good, we're going to be making a right here. Okay, it's recognizing that we need to take this right lane. It's going to try to sneak by these cars. Great space both from the curb and the cars to the left of us. It is staying a little bit more towards the cars, which makes it super comfortable. I'm not worried about the curb at all. Alright, let's see how it does on this turn. We do have a green light here. Nice smooth turn. It did shake there a little bit because it was running over the white line with the back tire. So it did have a bit of a jerky movement to the wheel, but it corrected itself right away. Could have been a little bit smoother. This is the only version 12.5.1.3 that I've noticed that does those little corrections in the turns. Sometimes it just slightly corrects just to make sure that it doesn't come anywhere near the curb. Going a little bit under the speed limit here, 37 and a 40. But we are anticipating these cars slowing down, I guess, but maybe they're not. They are speeding up, so we should be speeding up with them. We're definitely not keeping up with the flow of traffic. Slowly creeping up, but it could be a little bit faster for sure, just for comfort. Coming to a red light here. Great slow down, very comfortable stop. I know I keep telling you guys that it's like you don't even feel the stop when it comes to a complete stop. Like you only know you're stopped because your brain is telling you like you're slowing down and you're stopping, but your body doesn't really feel that you've stopped. It just like all of a sudden it goes from motion to stopping completely, and then it takes you like a split second to be like, oh, I'm actually stopped now. The smoothness is unbelievable of the stopping. Huge fan. Making a left here. We are going on the double yellow here to stack up for this left turn. The previous versions did not do this. They would stack up to the side. Oh, hold on. We were trying to sneak in. Hard stop here. Trying to sneak into the left, but we got a lot of oncoming traffic. I'm surprised that it was trying to take a chance. It was definitely following the car in front of us. It was speeding up to just make it right before the oncoming traffic started coming. But that was a bad idea, and I'm glad FSD changed its mind and actually waited for all that traffic to pass before we proceeded. I wouldn't say I was nervous that it was gonna go, but I did have the thought in my mind like, oh, is it gonna try to shoot in front of these cars? Because it definitely doesn't have enough space. But I'm glad it did the appropriate estimations and realized that there's no way it can shoot through. This new paved road feels amazing. They did this almost a month ago now, and it's like floating on the cloud in this new Model Y. Alright, we should be slowing down. Okay, a bit of a hard slow down here for this car. They put the blinker on well in advance, so we should have slowed down a little bit earlier. But just remember, everything that I'm expressing is my personal opinion, and how I'm feeling and how I would drive. So I don't think there's a right and wrong way of supervising FSD unless you're like being, complete dope about it and just doing random things like disengaging for no reason and things like that. But if you're just supervising it and to make sure that it's not going to make a mistake, you're going to have a great experience, just like me. And the main reason that I'm telling you guys about what I think, what I would do versus what the car does, is to give you like a real feel for what's happening in the car. Because it's one thing to see it on video, it's another thing to be in the driver's seat and have this experience of the car driving you around. It's a good speed down this hill. We should be rolling down a little bit faster. I usually go down at about 40 or 42, something like that. But 38 obviously is too slow for the traffic. We do have some cars stacking up behind us, so we can go ahead and push the car a little bit to more of a expected speed down the hill here. This version's still hitting manhole covers, but that's unavoidable with the way that they're placing them. right under your tires. I did have a subscriber that reached out and said that they're not getting the 12.5 updates, even though they have a hardware 4 vehicle. So if that's the case for you, I would double check your update settings in the vehicle and just make sure you're set to advanced updates.